guys, it's Sky bringing another video. So I've been on hormones for 4 years now, and it's been a very unique process. And the whole transition of what I've been through, the last 5 years, things have changed, crazy. It's been a very unique process, the changes in my body. There's things for me that I never thought would change. So it's very important to be positive and know that you can work hard at achieving things. For the most part, I've been through a very interesting journey of where I went from to where I am today, and I've worked extremely hard to work on my whole transition, and to finally be happy with myself, which is where I'm in today. 4 years later, I feel like this beautiful woman that I'm proud and happy, and I would never take it back for anything, my life. It has made me a good person, a better person. So, I'm very proud of myself and appreciated myself of what I've been through the 4 years. There was times during the transition that I didn't love myself, that I wasn't happy with the way I, felt like I hurt people, and it really was, it took a very long time to just accept myself, and just to be happy and to, not worry about the past. I can't change that, but to help with the future and changing, others' lives and helping people. So, it's been a very unique journey, and it's crazy. It's crazy how happy I am, and how much I've worked, and I've changed my life. I always had this image of who I was, and when I look at myself in the mirror now, I don't hate myself. I'm so happy. I see Haley, so it's been a very crazy experience. I didn't think I was going to be able to work my butt off and get to my body to where it is. People say, oh wow, you have a really nice body, and that means a lot to me, because I worked hard on that. I'm 33, and most people don't even think I'm 33, and they're like, what? No. But I'm in the best shape of my life. That's how hard I've worked. That's how much I wanted this. That's how much I pushed for this. So it's been crazy. When I first started hormones, I never thought I'd be here. I never thought that I would feel confident, that I'd feel sexy with myself, and I do. I'm mature enough to say that. It's something that you feel inside. You have to feel it. You have to be confident. And it took me till my this year to figure that out. But now that I have it, I can never lose that. I'm to the point where I don't care what people think. I just try to be the best possible person, help others along the way, and just try to make people happy. Spread positivity, and just try to be the best version of myself possible. Work hard, inspire others to do the same, because, I really enjoy leading. I enjoy pushing myself to show others that they can push too, to get to where they want to go. There was times for my transition that I was like, I'm never going to look like a woman. I got depressed, I wasn't happy. I hated life. I just wasn't you get so down on yourself, and you just got to turn that negativity into something positive. I felt like I had to live with that my whole life. And the very first day I started HRT and I started hormones, I finally felt like I was less stressed out, because I knew I was starting the process of changing into the person I always thought I was. And it's crazy, because I feel beautiful today. I've worked hard on, becoming happy with myself and doing the things I love, and, looking the way I always felt. I always, kind of shied away from who I was, because, for the most part, I'm very conservative, but I do, I love dresses, I love skirts, I love things like that. So sometimes when, I dress or whatever, they might, think something about me, but that's just how I feel comfortable in those clothes. That's just the kind of woman I am. I play softball, but, when I'm not playing softball, I'm usually in a dress. It's just me, and I've worked hard to feel comfortable, wearing a dress and just being comfortable and confident with myself, and I enjoy it. I wear cute clothes, sexy clothes as much as I can because, for so long I wasn't happy, and, you know, I love life now, and what the hormones has done for me has been awesome, and the hormones are very dangerous, so you got to make sure you're monitored when you're taking them by an endocrinologist or somebody that specializes in hormones, because they're very dangerous. You want to make sure you get your blood work checked every 6 months, if not sooner. It's extremely important that you be monitored because there's definitely could be bad side effects. So and take it serious, because I'm 3 years post, almost 3 years post op. I'll be 3 years post op in August, and for a little bit I couldn't find an endocrinologist, and I was having hot flashes, like I was basically going through menopause because I wasn't producing any hormones. So it was really difficult for a little bit there because I didn't have hormones for like a month or so, and it was the worst feeling. Like I feel so bad for the people that go through that. It's a lack of hormones, and I'd be in the middle of a store and I'd just be, start sweating and almost fainting like out of nowhere. It was a crazy feeling. It was very uncomfortable. So I got finally back on the hormones. So it's being post-op and everything, you don't produce any hormones as it is, so pretty much just estrogen. From the shots, and I actually give myself my own shots. So I do it usually every Sundays, and I do it myself. It's funny is I'm never giving anybody a shot. Never really liked it, and I just said, what, I can't count on anybody, so I just worry about do it myself, and I've gotten pretty good at it. So, but they were talking about running out of they weren't going to sell like the estrogen like in the vials anymore for the shots. So I was like, oh, great, I don't want to take either pills, but I know there's other methods for HRT that they've come out with, so I'll probably end up doing trying those ones. But for the most part, I've pretty much I've been through a lot, and I've sacrificed a lot to be who I am, but I'm so happy. I wake up every day, like I enjoy making these videos with you guys, and sharing my story about my life, and the things I've been through, because I unlike a lot of people, I transitioned later because of the things in my life that I was struggling with, and things I've been through, so and I was older when I transitioned, so I was so depressed because, the longer you wait, the harder it is to fit in, and it's definitely, very difficult, I was so motivated and so, just, I don't know, I just had the desire to prove myself wrong. Like I was like, I took speech therapy, I even in speech therapy, she helped me with postures and just, kind of like learning about myself in the sense of how to walk and things like that. But I've always been pretty good at it to start with. I've always felt pretty natural. So, it's been very easy for me to transition. Sometimes people have more difficult, depending on their situation. I really think that when you go full time, that's when you really start to improve your voice, because you can be more consistent with it instead of having to go back and forth. That can make things very difficult, and to gain a consistent voice, and an identity for yourself, it's very difficult to keep switching. I started having a lot of success when, I started living every day as a woman, and, I've never stopped since, and, I'm very confident with who I am and where I've came from and where I've gotten, so, there was a period of time where I didn't know how good hormones would do, would improve, my body and the way I looked, but it's so crazy. Like it really changed everything. Like I feel so confident with my body and the shape I've gotten into, when I look at myself, I see a woman, and oh my God, it like makes me light up, so stay focused, stay on your hormones, and good things can happen, especially when you work hard at it, improve the things that you want to improve. There's classes for postures and things like that. So, there is ways to improve yourself, your image, to, give off, a confident, positive image, and anything's possible, you know, just got to work hard at it. So I wanted to share that with you guys, that I'm 4 years on hormones and I am 3 years post-op, you know, so I've been through some very unique changes. I was older when I started my transition, but, you know, I have come such a long way, and, you know, I'm proud of my body. It's crazy, you know, like, I like look at myself and I'm just so excited, like, and I'm not even like that kind of person, you know. I'm so proud of myself. Like, I'm like in disbelief that I've been able to get to where I am today. You know, I never thought it would be possible. So it's very, you know, awesome. I'm just filled with like just love. Like, you guys don't understand. Like, there's like endless possibilities now, like with life, and just wanting to do other things, you know, and hopefully I'll keep improving myself. You know, I'm still not to where I want to be, but, you know, I've, you know, put myself in very good shape, you know, and I am going to continue to do that, you know, because like I've told you guys before, modeling is my thing, you know, I really want to push towards, you know, and I really believe that I'm going to get it. You know, I'm confident with myself, and I know that I'll do anything I have to do physically to get myself to that point where, you know, I could be successful. So we'll see what happens with that. But I wanted to let you guys know, like, you know, how long I've been on hormones, and, you know, how many, I know I've said it before, but how many years you know, I'm post-op. So, you know, it's definitely a very unique experience. I don't think I've ever told you guys about having menopause basically for a little bit when I didn't have hormones, but it was crazy. You know, make sure you always, you know, if you're post-op especially, make sure you always have hormones, because, you know, it's not fun. You know, I mean, so much credit for going through that. You know, it's so difficult. So, you know, it's very unique, you know, and to share that with you guys. You know, I don't want you guys to mess around with that. You know, it's important to take your hormones and to make sure you're monitored by, you know, a professional endocrinologist, somebody that, you know, has, you know, knowledge in that area, monitoring hormone levels, especially for transgender people. So, you know, that's very important. But if you guys ever have any questions about, you know, what, you know, who I go to, or anything, that, you know, my speech therapist or anything like that, my therapist, you know, I have really good support system around me of, you know, doctors and people that I've communicated with that have been very respectful and been, you know, just very, you know, caring towards me. So, you know, I'm very grateful for that. You know, I had such a hard time finding certain people, but when I found my speech therapist, I mean, she was everything to me. I found my endocrinologist. She's awesome. My therapist, you know, so it's been very, you know, important to me as a person, because I don't have, like, I have a bond with my family, but when it comes to like talking and stuff like that, like hanging out, we don't really do much. So, you know, I didn't have that, you know, with somebody there for me when I was transitioning. So having, you know, these people that, you know, took the time to, you know, help me improve as a person, you know, really means a lot to me. So I'm grateful for that. And without my stream and the people on YouTube and my family and everything like that, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be this confident woman that can sit there and say that with not having to worry about what people think, you know. So I've gotten so far, you know, and I'm so proud of myself, because, you know, I was never alive before. Like, I was just going through life, but now, you know, I'm confident, you know, with, like, when I look in the mirror, all I see is this, you know, beautiful woman, somebody that, you know, is special, you know, and, you know, maybe not to everyone, but to the right person I will be, you know. And, you know, I'm going to continue to share my videos about my life, make you guys laugh, you know, because I'm good at that, you know, and just share my life with you guys and the things I've been through. So, yep. But, you know, if you guys ever have any questions, I'm here for you guys. If you need any information on anything I went through or been through, or, you know, information that I have, you know, feel free to message me. I love you guys. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. It helps me out. If you want to know more about my life, subscribe. I love you guys, and I will see you guys on the next video.